What is up, Nerdgenic Nation, and welcome to another episode of the Kenobi livestream, or should I say,
Hello there.
how are you? Welcome to the stream. Let me know if you can hear me okay. You should be able to. The levels say I'm okay, but we'll find out. We'll test that theory as the stream goes along. I am your host. Whoops. Of course, that didn't work. I'm your host and resident superhero nerd, Aaron Waller. Welcome to the stream. We are at the finale of Kenobi, and that's absolutely wild to me because I feel like this show just started. Like, this is one of those shows that has been going on, and I've thoroughly looked forward to week by week. I think they kind of spoiled us a little too early, giving us 2 episodes right off the jump. But I guess it would have ended at the same time because they did push the show back a little bit. It probably would have ended last week, to be honest with you, if they had kept the original schedule. But needless to say, I'm sad that it's here. But if you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Nerdgenic, you may have seen our post earlier, which did point out something very, very key. In the Disney Plus banner, website, app, everything for Obi-Wan Kenobi, it says season finale is now available, which is a big flag, not a red flag, actually a green flag, because with what happened with Moon Knight, one of Marvel's shows that ended on Disney Plus, that originally said series, as in there was a one and done. There wasn't going to be anything else beyond just a one-off series of like 6 episodes. And then, because it sort of picked up some steam, got popular, people were, interacting with it and like making a lot of like fuss, I guess is the best word, on like TikTok and social media, they decided to change that to season, thus implying that there could potentially be more seasons. The same exact thing happened to Kenobi today when the season premiere, or finale dropped. So all of the banners, all of the everything said season finale and not series finale, which leads me to believe that my theory that there will be a second season is in fact true. I think they're probably going to give it a week, maybe 2, before they announce the second season coming. It's on the wall. But I've actually heard a lot of crazy things about this episode. So before we even get too far ahead of ourselves, let's talk about this episode. So this episode is the finale. We're going to have the epic showdown between Kenobi and Vader, or at least one of many, potentially, if the series continues. So, whoops, sorry about that. So we have that to look forward to. And I've heard people talking about bringing them to tears. Not one person has said that. Not 2 people have said that. Like 5 people I know have said that this finale made them cry, brought them to tears. How insane is that? Absolutely wild. I cannot believe it. Uh-oh. I just lost everything. Are you guys still there? I just lost all my signals. Okay, it looks like you're still there. 1 second. Okay, so in a fun plot twist, it turns out electricity likes to be plugged in. And I just hit the button. Luckily, though, the router was still connected to the Wi-Fi and all that stuff of my internet. So we're good and gravy. But anyway, now that technical difficulties out of the way, always got to be one. We've got Anthony in the chat.
Hello there.
How are you, sir? Welcome to the Kenobi finale live stream. I thought those came in from the top. That's so weird. Now that on my chat it's coming from the bottom. I don't know. That's weird. I didn't notice that last time. But anyway, we're going to have our epic showdown. I've heard potentially about some characters making cameos. Whether I know all of them or not, that's we're going to be finding out here shortly. But right off the bat, we've got a flag on the play. I'm seeing here, because I let it play a couple seconds, not on purpose, but when I was setting up the stream for Kenobi, that we get the usual Disney Plus, the whoosh, click, whatever, logo. And then it immediately jumps into, there are certain scenes in this fictional series that some viewers may find upsetting. What does that mean? Because last week, we started right off the bat with Order 66. Are you telling me that something could potentially be worse than Order 66? Or maybe we're revisiting Order 66. I don't know. But I'm excited to find out. I've been blabbing for long enough. You guys have waited the 5-minute window. I've talked your ear off. And let's get into it. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's go ahead and start Kenobi. So before we do that, though, we obviously have to tell you how it works. Even though it's the season finale, we have to talk about how the process works in case we have any new viewers. Which, by the way, make sure you guys chime in the chat. I'd love to interact with you, as well as bring in some new viewers so they can get a patent pending
Hello there.
from me as soon as they walk in the door. So the way that it works is that it will say an episode time code right up above me. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to press play on my device. You're going to press play on your device. And we're going to try and stay as synced as possible with the time right up here. As long as you do that, we should be a-okay. But given the time of delay with the internet, YouTube, I'm technically ahead of you. So if you talk about something and I take a few minutes to talk about it in the chat, I'm not ignoring you. Although I might be watching the show, I'm just in a different method of space, time, continuum, however that works. So without further ado, I'm going to pull it up here for Kenobi season finale. Part 6. Ladies and gentlemen, let's travel to a galaxy far, far away and enjoy what is sure to be an epic finale. So let's go ahead and go. We're going to press play in 3, 2, 1, go. You got me nervous with this this warning. It's not technically a warning, I guess, but it's a warning. And we do play the recaps and everything just to keep in sync with time, just so everybody's aware. When they just recreated the Last Jedi scene. Tala had such a lame death. I'll say it, even if I have to be the only one, she had a really lame death. I'm bringing him to you. That's such a classic. I'm not in here with me. You're not in here with me. I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, this was pretty epic of Vader, to be honest with you. I saw some stupid theory of people, like, somebody wrote an article like, oh, they're going to kill Luke in the finale. Have you guys seen A New Hope? He's clearly alive. Like, what are you guys talking about? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I didn't even bother to read it. It was basically a meme at that point, and I was just like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm pretty sure there was a kitchen sink and an R2-D2 with Mickey Mouse ears. Did anybody else see that? Let me know if you saw that. Because they've been changing stuff on that every single time, and it's really weird. Alright, Kenobi. We really need to get Sam Witwer on this, on Star Wars live action. Hey, we've got Nerd Affiliate in the house.
Hello there.
How are you? Oh, does she just have a robot hand? Does she have a robot hand? Oh no, it's just her little gauntlet thing. Why does she look so different? Is she just defeated? Just her eyes look really weird. giving me a New Hope vibes. I really don't know what the plan is here. I'm pretty sure that's also from The Last Jedi. When they're like, are they gonna all escape on a pod while somebody has to stay behind? If that happens, I mean... all of it. It's okay. It's okay. Leia being a Miss Ambassador already. The lasers that keep hitting the ship every 2 seconds. That's it. That's typically how these things work. They always come up with those ridiculous... This is... Oh, we got a Luke scene. We need to get to the power converters. I wish he would say some really Luke stuff in this. I know he won't, but it would be hilarious. No bigger when he used to hit swamp rats. And an Eternal. He's also an Eternal. That's also... Should probably mention that. Which, by the way, he was mentioned in the last episode of Miss Marvel. Stream tomorrow, by the way. 9:30 p.m. Right here on Nerdgenic. Go on, get! Da-da-da-da. Thanks, bud. Real appreciate it. Tell him yourself. Ooh, that would have been a good line. Is it you not leaving? Dude, I'm the only person who didn't like this episode. Really? Now I'm intrigued even more because I know this. I got everyone so excited and in their feelings. Curious to find out why you didn't. You're my only hope. Oh, Qui-Gon, he's showing up. Or at least his voice or something. Come on, do it. Do the thing we've all been waiting for. Yeah, we're talking to him. Not really. Oh, yeah. Which is why we've never seen you before. Because you're just getting started. AKA not going to live much longer. Same thing with Tala. Unless he's just one of those stories we never heard. I'm surprised he hasn't like tried to force choke him or something yet. Because he is talking back a lot. I mean, he couldn't just like run a circle around it and then just do like a Poe Dameron and just shoot the heck out of it. Do his own little. Well, I guess Trench Run was on the Death Star, so. But I just needed some power converters. Oh, we're going to a planet. Curious and curious. Kind of not a desert planet, kind of is. So, I mean, it's new, but it's not. It's kind of a tough sell, but okay. Now we wait. He just goes and stands on one of those little mountain things and just to get the high ground ahead of time. Nervous beep. I have the subtitles on, that's what it said. Where are we going with this story? Anthony's calling you out. I don't know if we'll see by the end of the episode. Am I going to be on his side or am I going to be with Nerd Affiliate on the dark side? Never know. I mean, he should just get in his head and constantly call him Anikan. No? Just me that thinks that? Anakin. Anakin. I am not Anakin. The lightsaber contrast in this series has been A+. It's nice to see Vader with a little bit of movement. Actually, like, fighting in the suit. You don't get to see a whole lot of it because no one actually challenges him. Obi-Wan can kind of challenge him. At least younger Obi-Wan. Why are you cutting away? I don't care about Reva and Luke. That's going to be fine. Well, I guess we kind of know that Kenobi and Vader are going to be fine, but I don't care about this part. Are you a stormtrooper, Owen? You had one shot and you missed it? I like how it turns Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru into like action stars. Like possibly the Star Wars universe two most boring people. Oh. Uh-oh. I wonder if this was Hayden Christensen. I hope it was. Ooh, fighting dirty. Now who has the high ground? So he just is the dumbest thing. And assumes he's dead. You will try. I swear if they make Luke do some Force stuff here. This would have been a great segment to have a 3D version. Get to the Tashi Power Station. I think it was Tashi Power Station. I don't know why I keep using the same Luke quote when there's a bajillion. So he just left him for dead and assumed. Probably the dumbest thing somebody could do. Because you know what happens when you assume. Yeah, he just made a force shield around himself. I mean, duh. You're my enemy. You will try. He's having a Spider-Man moment. Remember when Spider-Man had like all the walls and stuff coming crushing down on him with the water and he sees himself in his reflection? He's having that moment. As if Disney and Star Wars could not copy each other more. Or sorry, Marvel's Disney and Star Wars. Oh, he climbed out of there like a boss. Oh, he's coming for some revenge. He's coming back for round 2. Obi-Annie that saber. Oh, that was cool. Force push. Oh. Yeah, all these rocks suck, don't they? Tackle and grapple. Jedi, how are you? Oh, did that play?
Hello there.
How are you? Yeah, the fight is definitely going in a very interesting direction. I mean, he basically made sure that all the ground was high. So he wins, right? Oh yeah, that flip. Oh. Oh, hit him right in the circuitry. He's basically making sure he can't breathe. Is that what is happening? All right. I'm with it. Okay. Okay. He hit the helmet. Chest strike for the win. Show the face. Show the face. Show the face. Come on. Do it. I wish I had that audio of the Emperor. Do it. I should have downloaded that for this stream. Just to make sure any of those moments. Yes. There is no Anakin, only Zool. Or in this case, Vader. Oh, this is great. Does that make him feel better? The contrast is killing it. Just calls him Darth. Didn't even give him a full Vader or anything. Kenobi? I'm telling you, Sam Witwer did it best, but this is great. Don't get me wrong. Oh, man, if it would have been a Sam... I still feel like Witwer did it better, but that was pretty great. Plus, we got Hayden Christensen in there. That was some good stuff, man. Archer, what's wrong with your Nerd Affiliated? What's wrong with you, my friend? I think I can maybe see where you're coming from, but we'll discuss after the episode's over. Which we've still got like 20 minutes. 24 minutes. Well, minus credits, so probably like 2018 if we're lucky. But this thing has a hyperdrive? The big ship couldn't have a hyperdrive, but this small ship has a hyperdrive that works. Top notch. I'm going to take a small offense and flaw to that little piece, but he traveled across the galaxy, or from how far away is he? That he's going to get there in time to save Luke. She's seeing herself, really. What exactly is happening here? Yeah, no way he makes it in time. Like, you're trying to make me feel the pressure, but she left like 4 hours ago, probably. Hey, Russ the CEO, what's up? Thank you,
Hello there.
and welcome to the stream. Thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. Always appreciate it if anyone wants to chime in. How are we liking the episode so far? Pretty good stuff going on, gotta say. Some pretty epic things that we're gonna have to talk about. Bad. And she carried him back. Is that... I mean, her story kind of has to end here, right? There can't be a whole lot for her to do. Unless she's like, yet again, one of those random characters that just is in the background or off doing their own adventures in the meantime. Why does everybody think he's dead? Does nobody know how to check for a pulse or a breath in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? Whoops. Why did you do it, Riva? Why did you save the boy? That is up to you. Oh, could have wrote this. Or I've just seen way too many movies and TV shows. Probably that one. Must bury it in the sand, as we do with all lightsabers here on Tatooine. We're free to be you and me. Love 90% of it, says Anthony. I'm kind of on that same track, to be honest with you. Still got some time to go. Not out. Could go to 95. Oh, we're on Mustafar. Nice. Is this an Ian McDermott Emperor? Nice. How old is Ian McDermott now? If James Earl Jones is in his 90s, he's got to be close. Do it. We're on a whole new path now. Oh, with the Imperial March? Ooh, chef's kiss. Hopefully I don't get copyright for humming. There's no way that was it. I was gonna say, we got a lot of loose ends. And the loose end that I was looking forward to going to is not Leia. So, do we have to do this? Everybody enjoy this while you can. This is all going to be gone soon. 10 years, I think. Is it 10 years? Something like that. 15 years. Oh, I think it's 10. Something like that. All this is going to be gone, so enjoy it while you can. She's getting her space buns. Does Leia have this holster? No, there's no way, right? Maybe. It's a snack holster, Mom. It's Obi-Wan!
Hello there.
I mean, the fact that he hasn't said it in this entire series. Galactic credits are a beautiful thing when you're living in a cave. You should fear for yours, sir. That line opens up a sequel like no other. If you need me, you know where to find me. It's basically begging them to say sequel or part 2 or anything of that nature, really. Go hide in a cave, hang out in the desert. I lied. A rage-fueled monster. And so, but you won't find that out later. Just send an R2 unit with a little video. Only if I'm your only hope should you call me. Huh? There's the thing that they say. They're bringing all the music in for this one. We're going classic Star Wars with all the themes. Imperial March, Force theme. Oh, she put her droid in the holster. That makes sense. Gotta make sure I'm all packed up for my Jedi cave life. Heading out of the old cave, eh? Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta move on to a new cave. I'm gonna miss this old cave that I was in for 2 seconds in this series. It's got some nice glasses or goggles, whatever. Foreboding. But who's going to protect Owen and Beru? Good question, Obi-Wan. Very good question. Who watches the Watchmen? Stay away from flames. Somebody offers you a good deal on an R2 unit. Stay away. Say no, dude. Because you don't know him yet. Do you? What? What's happening? Okay, yes, he obviously had to get the ship, but... does he just forget that he meets him later on? Like, this is a great moment, don't get me wrong, but kind of a bit confusing, no? Oh, he said the thing! Oh! Yes!
Hello there.
Yes! Fantastic. I can die happy. I can die happy. We don't need the next season. I'm happy. We got a hello there. Put in the Breakfast Club like freeze frame. Oh, we got a Force Ghost. It's happening. We're going 2 for 2 in the final couple minutes. Oh no, yes. fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now there has to be a season. I swear if there's not a season 2... Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna check. I'm 99% sure there's not gonna be anything. I'm just gonna scrub through here really quick. Looks like it's all credits, no extra schmextra, anything. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off because from what I can see scrubbing, it doesn't look like there's anything. We're gonna turn off the timer. We're gonna turn off the thing. Wow. Now I'm really upset. That was... You guys. Okay. Everybody put in the chat, please, what you would give that out of 10. Wow. I'm kind of speechless. Kind of speechless. I mean, not crying, like some people have said. But wow. Like, that was... solid. It was solid. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so I'm going to move some things around here and make sure I can still see you guys, see the chat, all that good stuff. All right, so let's recap, shall we? We're not going to let those highlights at the end blind us to give a high grade. Let's think it through here, right? All right, so episode involved some Reva stuff. I feel like they had to wrap up her story somehow. Not only just getting off of the planet that they were on before, but also having the whole Luke interaction. I feel like that was probably one of the weakest aspects. And I know people are going to be ranting and raving about, or have been rather, about Reva, which is fine. I mean, I guess that's their opinion. But we also had to have this arc for her. At the same time, I feel like we're kind of done. Like, I don't really know what else could possibly go on with her unless she, like, goes off to... She can't even go find anyone to train her, really. I mean, I'm sure she could find a random Jedi, assuming that's what she does, right? But what exactly is the angle for her? There isn't one. I didn't really understand the whole interaction, even though it was chef's kiss for that interaction between Obi-Wan and Luke, because to my understanding, at least from my memory, they had never met prior to A New Hope, because he even asks about Ben Kenobi, doesn't he? Like, or he says something about it, that he's just like heard rumors about him. But I mean, wouldn't he remember that he had met him previously, unless he just simply didn't give his name? Is the only thing I could guess, maybe. But yeah, that was kind of strange. The whole thing about the escaping ship, I mean, it's fine. We had to get off of that ship basically ASAP. So they did a Last Jedi, had one ship divert over here while ship kept going. If they did it opposite this time, with only one person on the small ship and the rest of the people getting away on the other ship. So I mean, there's obviously stories to tell there. Characters can come back. O'Shea Jackson can come back, which is fine. I liked his character. I don't know what they're going to have him do in the future, but I'm assuming just be part of the rebellion to some degree. The fight was amazing. I wasn't really feeling the first part of it. Like, I thought it was good watching Vader just go ham, basically, on Obi-Wan, which I think he's kind of been dying to do for the longest time, right? So, I think it's, what do they say, 10 years between New Hope, or, sorry, Revenge of the Sith and Kenobi. So, ballpark it at 10 years, right? And I feel like his rage was justified. When he came back, though, I mean, that fight was just gorgeous. The whole thing in general was gorgeous. The contrast of, like, the red and the blue, being in the dark kind of thing, and that basically illuminating everything. Their usage of power and the Force was absolutely phenomenal. When he hit the helmet, when No, it started with the body blow. So the body blow where he went after like his circuitry and like started making it hard for him to breathe, and then hit the mask. I mean, I feel like that is the quintessential conversation everyone has or would have, or argument that they would be able to make about how to beat Darth Vader. Now, the fact that they actually did it, I think, is very bold of them. But I feel like the only person who could, in theory, do that would be Obi-Wan, or in a later time, Luke. But Luke wasn't having to be as aggressive, I guess, in a lot of ways. Well, he did have his daddy issues, don't get me wrong. In order to fight so aggressively and, take him down. So the fact that they were able to go after the circuitry and then cause him to not be able to breathe long enough to hit him in the helmet and knock that piece off, that whole segment of like the eye and the mask, I think that they did that on one of the animated shows too. I don't remember which one. Nerd Affiliated or Hey Archer, if he's in the chat, will chime in and let me know, because he's the professional. He's the expert, on all the animated Star Wars, particularly Clone Wars. But I love that. The whole aspect of like the going in and out with the voice modulator is what I'm going to call it, of Hayden Christensen's voice and James Earl Jones's voice, I felt like was phenomenal. I really enjoyed that piece because it really showed you like the person underneath the mask, because once you see him as Darth Vader, you kind of forget about Anakin, right? So being able to see that, and that he's fully now gone, like he's just not there anymore. The Anakin that we essentially knew from the prequels is now gone. Yes, we knew that would be the case in theory, but I guess being able to see it in person changes your perspective a little bit. So I like that a lot. And that whole battle, that whole fight, absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, that was great. Absolutely loved it. And then I could live or die without the whole Palpatine thing. Like, I feel like don't get me wrong, the sequel trilogy kind of just ruined Palpatine even more for me, so I'm just kind of Palpatined out. The fact that they always have to use him. Is it great seeing Ewan McGregor there? Absolutely. It looked kind of funky from where we would see him between A and B, but again, obviously this came out in 2022. The first one came out when we had those interactions previously. They were in the 70s and 80s. And then obviously the prequels where we got to see him pre-Emperor and then turn into the Emperor, right? Sheev Palpatine, I believe. But it was okay. It was fine. Just Vader being on Mustafar was enough. I don't think we needed to have... If it was just the Emperor from behind, I would have been perfectly fine with that. Didn't have to show Ian McDermott. I get it. He's the Emperor. No real need there. It was okay. But the hello there, I know it's such a dumb thing, but they said
Hello there.
They said the thing, right? I mean, that's got to be like putting the points sky high for the episode. The Qui-Gon thing, I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I didn't have it spoiled, don't get me wrong. I had a feeling, I felt it in the Force, that Qui-Gon would be appearing. I thought it was going to be prior to the Anakin fight, so I was a little bit disappointed, but the fact that it happened at all, the fact that it happened when he has to leave sort of his cave and go into what I'm going to call the Valley, I'm sure it has a name in Star Wars, where we do see him rescuing Luke in A New Hope from the, is it Jawas? It wasn't Jawas. Sand people, I think. Tusken Raiders, sorry. From the Tuskens in A New Hope. I mean, it makes sense. You had to get to that point. And the fact that now the door is open, like fully wide open. It's not just a crack anymore of seeing Qui-Gon again. Having him back is just... I feel like that was like the missing piece for a lot of Star Wars. Like, once we lost Liam Neeson in Phantom Menace, it was just sort of like... I hate to say a hole, but like there was just this piece that was just like, we really want this, and they gave it to us, and I think that's what's really exciting. I just hope that there is a season 2, that it does explore a little bit, whether it's Obi-Wan fully training with Qui-Gon, and we're going to get more Qui-Gon in season 2, and little to no Hayden Christensen. I mean, what would I prefer? Hayden Christensen in a season 2, more Hayden Christensen, or potentially more Qui-Gon? I think it would be really awesome to have both. I mean, I know that's living in a perfect world, but in order to have both, it would be absolutely phenomenal. Like being able to see more proper Hayden Christensen, which he's done his dues, and I think he's back in the good graces of the Star Wars community. And just bring him back. Bring him back. Same thing with Qui-Gon. Fans have been itching for it for the longest time. As the Emperor would say, do it. That's the only, like, they just got to bring it all back, and I think that they are able to succeed in that. Now, am I grade for the episode? Am I going to let these things blind me? Am I going to say the episode wasn't without its flaws? The episode still had its flaws. I feel like it did have its problems. There were times where, I hate to say I was a little bit bored, but the Star Wars things, they were able to incorporate a new version of Star Wars that I think the prequels missed out on a little bit. Like, the lightsaber fight very much reminded me of the lightsaber fight in Force Awakens, which was really exciting because they used a lot of that blue and red contrast with the snow, with Kylo Ren fighting Rey and Finn in the snow. I thought that was great. And I think they kind of got that. Like, that, okay, people liked that scene. Like, people, that was something that resonated because it was so poppy, it was contrasty, it had a lot of things going for it. Man, I really saw a lot of the sequel trilogy in this series, but utilized it in a different way that it still made it interesting and a lot of fun, and utilized it in a lot better methods than the sequel trilogy did. But overall, I think I gotta say that I really enjoyed it. Like, it has its flaws, don't get me wrong, but the grade I'm gonna give it out of 10, it's a 9. Like, it was a good finale. It was a really good finale. It had its problems. It had those things that I didn't care about. Basically anything involving Reva and Luke, I could care less about. They did the Star Wars thing. They did very Star Wars-y things when Kenobi goes back and visits Leia. So I felt like a Star Wars moment to me. The end even felt like very Star Warsy. It had a little bit of flair to it that was like, okay, maybe this is the new era of Star Wars, like what the sequel trilogy was supposed to be. But at the same time, it was a great time. I have honestly very little complaints about it. I thought it was a good episode. I don't know what Nerd Affiliated was on. I'm curious to find out what he would give it and what his problems with it are. If he's still in the chat, please let me know. If not, we'll talk after the fact. But wow, I genuinely am blown away by the series, and there is going to be a season 2. Mark my words. It's coming. I say the longest it's going to take is maybe a month before they announce it. I hate to say next Celebration because that's a long time. But there's got to be something, right? People are going to want this the same way they wanted The Mandalorian. And I know there was a big uproar of people not liking this series, but it was damn good. Damn good. The weakest episode I said was a 7, and that was episode 5. If they can keep on that pace, I'm a happy camper. I know plenty of Star Wars fans that are out there that are happy campers, and I dig it. So let me just do a quick little rundown here before we head out. So do. 1 second. Okay. Okay. So overall, the average score was an 8.3 for this series. I would push it to an 8.5. That it had its weak moments. It had its moments where you're like, oh, okay, like this is good, but I need you to get there. But it was great. I don't know what people's problem are with this series, even with the Reva stuff. Like, her character had an arc. We weren't supposed to like her for a particular reason. They revealed it, which was kind of obvious last week. But the way that they wrapped it up was kind of weak and kind of did her a disservice. But maybe that's just what they're planning with the character. Maybe there's something more. I hope there is more, because I feel like her character could be very impactful. And it could make that turnaround whereas people didn't like her, and now season 2, or if she's involved in anything else, she could be one of the fan favorites, because we're not seeing the long game. So maybe in the long game she ends up being, I don't want to say like a Jedi Master that's going to have a really big impact, but maybe she could. Maybe she could be impacting a very big story, even in a very small way. And that could be the tipping point where people have a Hayden Christensen moment, hate her for X amount of time, and then that light switch flips, and we get it. You're back in. You're joined. Like, you're beloved again. And I think that could be crazy if that ends up working out for her, which I really hope it does. I don't think anybody should get the slander that either of those people have gotten online, and criticism from the prequels to now with Reva's character. But I just hope the best for them, to be honest with you. But great series. I had an absolute blast. I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did join me live, I greatly appreciate it. If you are here with me live, again, make sure you let me know your grade in the chat. I think Anthony said he loved 90% of it, so I'm going to take that as a 9 out of 10 from him. But let me know if you're here with me live. If you're watching this on replay, still let me know in the comments. But while you're there, or if you're here on replay, make sure you hit like, you're subscribed if you haven't already, and ring that bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. We also have a Miss Marvel live stream tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern right here on the Nerdgenic channel. So make sure you don't miss out on that. It's already scheduled. You can go over right after this is done streaming, hit the Nerdgenic channel, hit the reminder so you don't forget, and get notified when I am live tomorrow night. Now, you want to make sure you're joining and commenting, because every time you join the live stream, for anybody who comes in, you will get your name entered into a drawing that we're going to be doing at the very end of the Miss Marvel series for a gift card, which I believe is to Amazon, if I remember correctly. So if you want a chance to win a gift card, come hang out with me. Like, you could get paid, kind of, to hang out with me. Like, it's kind of cool, right? I mean, we just watched a show. We just hang out, get nerdy, and it's a great time. So make sure you join, tell your friends, bring the popcorn, bring the soda, bring the snacks, and we're going to have a great time watching Miss Marvel. Now, this week is the last week that's going to be happening on Thursday. As of next week, and I'll mention this tomorrow as well on that stream, we're going to be moving the Miss Marvel streams to Wednesdays, which is when it's actually released. So that came out today, so we'll be watching it on Wednesdays as of next week, if that makes sense. But either way, just make sure you hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification. You'll be notified of everything. Plus, when we have new awesome videos from Russ, from Ash, from myself, from Smiz, we have my weekly history of videos every single Saturday, so you don't want to miss out on that. I've got an awesome video from Ash lined up. Russ is working on some pretty big things in the background, so you don't want to miss out on any of that video game content upcoming. So many awesome things you don't want to miss out on. Also, make sure to follow us all on social media. That way you know when we have a new video. If you don't want to hit the bell notification, get that reminder on your phone, even though it's super convenient. You don't have to do anything or pay for it. But if you follow us on all social media platforms at Nerdgenic, you don't miss out on any of those special news announcements. When an article goes up at nerdgenic.com, when we announce we're going to be going live, any breaking news that we may find interesting that you should probably know about, we'll tell you on there. So make sure to follow us across all social media platforms. But I think that's it for now. Good series. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time. Thank you so much for joining me. But in the meantime, if you want any more video content from us, be sure to check out these videos on screen, like this recent video game review from Russ, or like I mentioned earlier, you can check out that history of playlist, which has a new character added every single Saturday. I've been your host and resident superhero nerd, Aaron Waller. Thank you so much for joining me, Nerdgenic Nation. I really do appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the next video. Peace.